I am the author of the book Higher Heights, The Past is Behind Me and the Future is Before Me. My book is a 40-day Christian devotional book about doing better in your life. What inspired me to write my book was me hearing people in my community say that they were going to do better or go out and achieve a goal, but never actually did. It took me a long time to get this book out there. It took me 3 years for me to write it and 2 years to publish it. But good things sometimes take time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Preferable podcast hosted by me, Jaden Watkins. This is season 2, episode 16, Family Matters. Remember that the Preferable podcast releases a new episode every 2 weeks on Audible Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and many other platforms. This is season 2, episode 16, Family Matters. Thank you for tuning in to the Preferable Podcast. As always, I am your host, Jaden Watkins. Today, I'm not going to have a special guest. In this episode, I will tell you why I believe family matters. I will tell you the positives that come with having a supportive family and united family. I also will tell you the negatives with having a divided family. First, I want to tell you the definition of family, the general definition. The general definition of family is a group of two or more persons related by birth, marriage, or adoption who live together. All such related persons are considered as members of one family. And the definition of having a supportive family is being kind and helpful to someone at a difficult or unhappy time in their life. And finally, the definition of a united family is made one, combined, relating to or produced by joint action, a unified effort, being in agreement, in harmony. It is important to me to have a united family so that you can have a support group and know that you are loved. A family can lean on each other. When one is weak, the other family member is strong. We should be able to feed each other with love. Having a united family allows for us to be on one accord. When everyone works together, there will be a better outcome. A united family means that you can forgive each other and move on. It's important for members of a family to forgive each other so that you all can stay united and not divided. It's important to forgive so that you can be forgiven. What divides a family sometimes is their unwillingness to forgive. When you are unwilling to forgive, you have more stress and unhappiness. You can feel like your life is decaying instead of recuperating. Sometimes another thing that divides a family is when you have a disagreement and have failure to accept each other's opinions. See, let me tell you something. It's okay to not agree with what someone says, but it's not okay to not respect their opinions. Even if you disagree with one of your family members, you should still love and appreciate them. What we fail at is forgiving each other. It's time for us to talk about issues. Issues. What I mean by talking about issues is being able to discuss what caused unhappiness, what caused the family to be divided, what caused the family to not get back together. Those are the things that we need to start talking about, not just in the black families, but in all families, white, Hispanic, Mexican. Those are the things that we need to talk about, the issues. See, we are so scared to talk about the issues, but once you start talking about the issues, then you can start fixing the family. But let me dive more deeper into that because the reason why we don't want to start fixing families, it's because we are scared to talk about the past. You have to talk about the past to move on with the future. You have to heal from the past. If we don't talk about it, how will we ever heal from the pain of the past? If your family is not united, you all need to talk about what is causing so much pain and disagreement. We don't want to talk about it because it releases too much emotion and pain from the past. If your family wants to heal, you need to talk about what is tearing you all apart. The first step to healing is simply talking. Don't wait until it's too late. We don't know when one will pass away. We don't know when God will call one home. That is why it's so important to get family straight and to do it now. The process will not be easy. It may not happen overnight, but if you just work toward the goal and have hope, the family will come together as one. That's why God created us. Um, not to be divided, but to come as one, to love each other if they were your brothers and your sisters. Family matters, y'all, and it's time to start fixing families. See, we have been waiting too long. We've been saying, I don't want to do it because of the pain from the past. But let me tell you something, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to talk about the past. You have to talk about the past to move forward. You have to heal from the past to move forward. You will never be united until you actually ask each other for forgiveness. You just can't, not ask each other for forgiveness, not talk about what happened, and just move on. Because in your heart, you actually have not moved on, but in your mind, you have. So we have to talk about it. We have to be about our Father's business. And part of being about our Father's business is working on something that you really don't, that you are not really willing to work on. Yeah. Uh-huh. We have to be patient. We have to go ahead and get this change active, and not inactive. Yeah. So I want to encourage you all over the next 2 weeks to do or try something new that will help your family come united. Yeah, it may not happen easily, and yeah, everyone may not be willing, but you can at least try, and God will know that you at least try. But you just can't try one time. You got to continue to try. If you would like to donate to this podcast, you can donate through Cash App. Cash App sign I am Jaden Watkins. You can donate through Cash App $ I am Jaden Watkins. Thank you for tuning in to the Preferable Podcast. Please tune in to the Preferable Podcast for new episodes every 2 weeks. Order my new debut book, Higher Heights, The Past is Behind Me and the Future is Before Me, on all major booksellers' websites. Please share this podcast and tune in the next 2 weeks. This is the end of Season 2, Episode 16, Family Matters. I am your host, Jaden Walker, saying I will and never stop making this world more preferable. God bless you.